Australia must stay close to have a chance, and Shane Hill pulls up for a three-pointer and knocks it down.
Australia with that 3-2 lead. We've been playing 2.5 minutes in the biggest game of the tournament so far. Bradke with the hook, it doesn't go. And away comes Kukoc for Croatia. He's got Raja on his left, backs it into the paint himself, and under pressure from Bradke makes the two.
Thumb on that left hand, that has been a standout player for this Croatian team throughout the tournament.
I wonder how much problem the broken thumb is. Here's Gaze underneath. Great feed from Shane Hill in an excellent start from the Boomers.
Well, they've come out and really asserted their defence early, the Australians. Shane Hill loves that shot going to his left on the baseline. Mark Bradke cleans it up. Away
come Croatia again. Important Australia play. Good transition defence they have on this occasion. Brankovic off the free throw line. He is not a score. Oh, my goodness. Australia put that ball in themselves. Ariane Komasic on the bench with a rolled ankle. He's been troubled with that all week. Gaze for three. Down it goes for Australia.
And as I said, the Croatians not really doing anything to take the Australians out of their natural game. They're allowed to work the ball in their offense. We see them now going to that familiar shuffle pattern. Andrew Gaze comes off the double pick, says thank you very much for another three-pointer.
So already seen Brankovic take 2 missed shots. Alanovic, he'll take the shot and can't knock it down. Off the glass it goes, and Tony Kukoc rebounds that one as Gaze wasn't able to handle.
To come up with the scoring tonight.
Across they go to Gaze again. 3-point attempt, and 3 in a row to Andrew Gaze as Vlahov takes a rest. In they go on the inside, can't make it. Australia battling the boards again, and Australia's looked so good in the rebound contest. Gaze again for 3. Boom! 4 in a row to Andrew Gaze. He's on fire. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Kukoc, see what Fisher can do against him. Kukoc is just so classy.
Here comes the screen from John Dorge again. This time it's Fisher.
Fisher hits the 3. It's raining 3-pointers for the Australians.
Feeding the ball in now to Shane Hill. Has he grown in stature in this tournament? Not just at the offensive end, but particularly at the defensive end of the court.
Oh, the backdoor cut again to Gaze, and a terrific feed from Hill. Gee, they worked up a great combination.
15 minutes of basketball, no fouls, and I think that's indicative of the intensity of the Croatians' defence. Rims out, but he's connected on 3 long three-pointers early.
4, as a matter of fact. I think Damien, he hit 4 in a row. And that's his first miss from out there. And, well, Stoyan Brankovic just ran over the top of John Dorge. Try and work some people off some screens. Ronaldson there setting the pick. They back off the screen. And Australia just look a little out of sync. Lob pass into Dorge. Well, they needed that. Boy, did they need that.
Great feed, Tony Ronaldson.
Josip Brankovic is surrounded there. 5 seconds left on the shot clock as they fire it up, and Josip Brankovic hits a 3-point shot for Croatia. Ronaldson backs it off, way too hard off the glass, and cleaned up by Alanovic. So quickly they come down the court almost in a wave to back with the ball. Backing in against Ronaldson. The little hook goes up. Now Vlahov putting Tabak under some pressure. Fisher out there to guard Kukoc. So Vlahov and Fisher getting to play together. We haven't seen a lot of that. Great move from Josip Brankovic. Backs it off with 3 seconds to go. Can't make it. Dorge drags it in. 8 seconds left for Australia to score. Have to get it up there quickly. Gaze, and he'll shoot 3. He'll shoot 3 on this one.
Helped to get this Croatian offense going. But Andrew Gaze, a tremendous first half for Australia. That takes him up to 17 points. He has 2 free throws to go. Just 3.8 seconds. And hopefully they won't score. They've outscored Australia 15 points to 4 prior to these free throws over the last 5 minutes.
Australia enjoyed a 16-point lead. About 6 minutes to go in the first half, and then Croatia went on a run. They're going to stop Croatia right here from scoring before the half. Josip Brankovic, no foul required. Brankovic clangs it off the iron. The halftime hooter goes here at the Georgia Dome. The score at halftime, Australia 41, Croatia 33.
Yes, the Boomers playing a boomer. More to come from them. And after the break, the Hockey Roos bound for the gold medal playoff. These are the games on 7.
In fact, a couple of changes from the one that started the game. Josip Brankovic is in there, who came in and did such a terrific job off the bench, and Jan Tabak is in there for Dino Raja, the Boston Celtics power forward, who played 11 minutes and was kept to 0 points. Alanovic opens the scoring for Croatia, and that is one of the real problems right there for Australia. Not huge, but some superiority. Josip Brankovic at the point. Croatia has scored the first 5 points of the second half to reduce that lead to 3. Remember, it was 16 late in the first half. It was 8 at half-time, and Australia is yet to get on the board in the second. We've been playing a minute and a half. Tony Ronaldson gets Australia going, though, with the big 3, the Southeast Melbourne Magic forward. Brankovic into the hands of Kukoc. Again, penetration. Alanovic can't get the 3 off. Down to 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. And Stojan Brankovic, who is not a recognised scorer, doing some damage. He had 8 in the first half, now has 10 for the game. Must point out that the Croatians not playing with a full deck here. Arijan Komasic, their leading scorer, is on the bench. He has missed the last couple of games with a crook ankle. And they've also got Veljko Mirsic out. So losing a couple of players, and they turn that over. Australia getting out of trouble there. 3-point shot from Heel, and he hits the range. He had trouble hitting in the first half.
With the Sydney Kings and with the Australian Boomers throughout this Olympic tournament, pulling up on the fast break, knocking down the three-pointer, it really has become a layup for Shane Heel.
Not bad for Josip Brankovic either. He's shown himself to be very, very dangerous from outside the three-point line, an area where Croatia were unable to match Australia in the first half. 3-point shot for Ronaldson on the screen and roll play, and it goes down. Or the screen and flare on that occasion.
Australia shooting so well from the three-point line, and if they can just get some stops defensively here on Croatia, well, the momentum of the game may start heading back towards Australia. But that time,
well, at the moment, it's Australia trying to get into the medal round for the, well, not the first time in the medal round. Charging foul called there on Ronaldson as he left Brankovic at the paint. Vlahov having struggled getting the ball. He was aware of the clock all right, but giving the ball back to Croatia, and they come back in numbers. Problems here for Shane Heel, and fouling Josip Brankovic on the way to the hoop puts him at the free throw line. Count the 2. He'll go to the free throw line for the bonus.
So the ball game's tied up now. At one stage, Australia led 34 points to 18. It's now 51 all.
Backdoor cut from Gaze again. It was Heel with the pass, and the foul. The foul comes out, I think, from Stojan Brankovic. I'll wait for the call. It is against him.
A rare free throw miss for Andrew Gaze, and the more this game progresses, you get the feeling that it's going to turn into a defensive struggle. Points starting to become very hard to come by.
Well, Brankovic has really put the clamps. That's Josip Brankovic has really put the clamps on Andrew Gaze, but now Croatia in front for the first time in the game. They led it by 1.
And worrying news for the Australians as Mark Radke sits down with 4 personal fouls.
Tony Kukoc with the ball. Croatia's leading scorer with 13. Josip Brankovic has 12. Dump off there to Brankovic. That's Stojan Brankovic. Dumps it through for another 2, and Croatia kick away by 3.
Australia just needs to tighten their defence now. Try and force Croatia into a few missed shots.
And look at that big hook again from Stojan Brankovic. They've got to try and pick up some momentum. But at the same time, Croatia picking up the defence, and they're the masters at that. John George taking the long way around there, but poor pass from Scott Fisher, grabbed by that long arms on the end of the 6'11" frame of Tony Kukoc. Jan Tabak, a hand from Vlahov, and putting it off Tabak there was a smart play from Vlahov.
Great hustle play, Andrew Vlahov.
Andrew Gaze has to be a little bit more assertive here with the basketball. It's all right to say that from up here, but see if Gaze can do it. Long shot there from Scott Fisher, who cleans up the rebound, and in the hands of Gaze, backs it off for 3 and sticks it again.
Beautiful
so
move,
Gaze is
Andrew
underway.
Gaze.
2-point ball game. Australia trail it by 2 with 9 and a bit to go.
Yes, Boomers or Bust will return to the ball game shortly, but after the break, Jody Rogers springs back on the 3
Causing them problems here tonight. Big step again from Tony Kukoc. Alanovic from the other side. And back-to-back threes from Alanovic. Scott Fisher up on Tony Kukoc. Miller-Zromovic trying to get inside the defence. Goes to back.
Oh, yes,
big block there. Georgie.
Great help defence there coming over. And Croatia looking to bring Dino Raja back into the game. And we haven't seen too much of him tonight.
13-point total to Tony Ronaldson for the game. He's made a good contribution. And now the drive along the baseline, and Heal's been beaten to try and just change the fortunes at the moment. 16-point lead they had in the first half, if you've just joined us. But this very good Croatian team has come back at them. Bradke looking to take on Brankovic. Sends him a couple of ways and sends it up off the glass for two.
But can they score down this end? Look for the ball to go into the hands of Andrew Gaze.
Heel into the hands of Ronaldson. Now it's with Gaze to take on Alanovic. Ronaldson busts loose underneath to Bradke. They foul him. The foul, I think, will be against Kukoc. It doesn't matter who the foul's against because it's going to be Bradke to the free throw line. In fact, the foul is against Raja. His first foul, hasn't played too many minutes. Kukoc had a good whack too, and look at Brett Brown, the assistant coach, and Ray Borner up off the bench.
Well, pressure now on the free throw shooting prowess of Mark Bradke as he knocks down the first one. Just a 54% free throw shooter throughout this tournament. In his career in the National Basketball League, just a 62% free throw shooter, but on this occasion comes up big for the Boomers to tie the scores. 1 minute 20 left on the clock, 66 all.
Raja looks at underneath. Who will they go to? Kukoc, you would think. Alanovic in the corner. Heel has to go up on him. He's hit a pair of threes, one from each corner, almost into the hands of Fisher.
Force him right.
5 seconds on the shot clock.
That left hand.
Kukoc on the inside. And Brankovic with the ball. Yep. Australia has it. 55 seconds left. What a big play coming up right here. They will have to give the ball up to Croatia again, but you almost think they've got to score this time down the floor.
Or at least draw the foul from the defence. Here's a mismatch. Andrew Gaze on Stoyan Rankovic. He's told his teammates to head down the court.
3-point shot from Tony Ronaldson. It's down. It's down.
Tony Ronaldson.
There's been a foul as well from Dino Raja. Will it be an extra shot? And one shot to come. 3 points plus one shot. A 4-point play coming up.
Sensational scenes here for the Boomers. Tony Ronaldson, his third three-pointer of the second half. The dish came from Andrew Gaze. Raja had collapsed defensively. Ronaldson knocked down the shot. Let's see the reaction from the Australian bench. There's some adulation. The Boomers in the box seat now, a chance to go 4 points ahead with just 34 seconds left on the clock. Well, in any level of competition, the World Championship level, but history about to be in the making, and a chance for the Boomers.
Oh, look at the Aussies in the crowd, and look at the Aussies on the court. 3-point shot goes from Alanovic. It goes down. We've still got, there's the time running out. It's all run out, and Australia has won 73-71. The first time ever they've beaten Croatia. The first time they've beaten a team from the old Yugoslavia. And how big is this?
Well,
they're on their way to the Final Four.
Well, should they be happy? They've got better and better as the tournament has progressed. I'm not sure they can get past their next opponent in the semi-finals, the US Dream Team. But a great victory for the Australian Boomers, a great victory for Australian basketball.
Was it ever? Strike a special medal.